The first ever. Congratulations to the three podium finishers of the first ever Turkish Grand Prix. Third for Team McLaren Mercedes, Juan Pablo Montoya. Second for Mild 7 Renault, Fernando Alonso. And scoring his fifth win of the year for Team McLaren Mercedes, Kimi Räikkönen. Kimi, it was also your third start-to-finish win of the year, but you didn't actually lead from the pole. Tell us about the start, first of all.
Yeah, I didn't got exactly best start. Got a little bit wheel spin, and the Renaults got the Fisichella got past me, and Alonso got side of me, but I could hold him. And then on the first lap, Fisichella ran wide, and I think so exit on turn 9, and I got side of him, or actually passed him, but they were much quicker on a straight line, so I was actually behind both of them, breaking into 12. But then from the middle, I could brake later and got the first place.
What were your thoughts at that point of the race? You had to be aggressive. You were out for the win.
Yeah, I was quite confident that we will have a speed, and we will have enough fuel in the car. But of course, you never know. So you better go for it when you have chance, and not trusting your feelings. And in the end, it paid off well.
In that first phase of the race, Fernando was very near you. What was the thinking at McLaren? Did you think Renault were going to come in earlier than you? What were your thoughts on fuel load at that point?
We thought that they will be similar than us, but now afterwards, I think so. We have been very quick all weekend, and we had quite a big advantage on speed. So only place where they really could have got us on the start of the race was on the end of the back straight. They seems to be slightly quicker there. So as long as I had cap enough to hold them back on there, I thought that it will be okay. And just waiting for the pit stop, and luckily enough, we could run much longer, and that was enough.
And how was the circuit from a driver's point of view, from a physical point of view?
Not too bad. Okay, we had some padding on a headrest, and I even didn't try to hold my head on corner 8. It was much easier. Why to make life more difficult if you have chance to take it easy? So otherwise, it was not very hot. Actually, it was pretty easy.
Congratulations to
Thanks.
you. Fernando, second place, a great second place as it turned out, but right at the end of the race there.
Yeah, it was a nice surprise at the end. I saw the yellow flags on the straight, but actually you cannot see the corner because it's a little bit uphill. And I surprised myself when I saw Montoya and Jordan there. They had to span, and it was 2 laps to the end. So I thought, I nearly overtake Montoya, but was not possible. And then it came turn 8. I think he had damage in his car, and didn't have the perfect car in turn 8, so went wide, and I overtook him. So yeah, nice surprise at the end, but a little bit disappointment because we were not fighting with the McLarens. I think we were a little bit slower than them, but this result is much better.
Well, it was an exciting early phase of the race to watch. You were right behind Kimi there. As we now know, you did come in earlier. What were your thoughts at that point of the race? Did you think it was going to be difficult, obviously, given your fuel load?
Yes, I think first lap was okay with Fisi in P1. We knew that we were a little bit quicker maybe than Kimi in the first team because we were lighter. So we tried to do our best in the first corners, and we did it. But in 10-12, Kimi was in front of us again, so everything started again, and I was able to follow Kimi, but not possible to overtake in the first 10 laps.
And how was the circuit from your point of view, the race distance, physical test?
Yeah, it was okay. I think for the neck, it's one of the hardest. As Brazil, we run anti-clockwise, so we need to be a little bit more concentrated in this type of corners. And it was not too hot, so it was okay. And because it was quite exciting race, didn't seem too long to me.
Congratulations again. Juan Pablo, a great qualifying lap, as it turns out. You were out early yesterday when the track was slow, but you had a lot of fuel on board. Looking like a very strong second place there when you came up to lap Thiago Monteiro right at the end of the race.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. I was in a difficult position just over qualifying, and even like that, we decided to carry the fuel, and the car had the speed for it, and it was good. I thought we were looking really good for today. At the beginning of the race, I had too much grading, so I couldn't really push because it was just wearing the front. When the front cleaned up in the second stint, the car was very quick. managed to get the fastest lap of the race, and we're looking quite good. And at the end, we just cruised into the end past Montero, and I just did a bit of like what Verstappen did to me a few years back. I thought, I did the first few corners, felt fine, went into turn 8 and had no rear grip. Just was lucky to keep it going.
So he actually hit you when he locked up his brakes going into the hairpin?
Yeah, he just hit me completely and broke all the diffuser. Hit me right in the middle, so all the diffuser was broken. You lost all the downforce of the car. So, a bit of a shame, because we were looking really good for the Constructors' Championship with the 1-2, but we still scored good points.
And you were playing a strong team role today, backing up Kimi ahead of the Renaults there.
Well, I managed to catch up quite a bit on Kimi in the second stint, but it was 7 seconds, and the plan was pretty much racing till the second pit stop. I got to the second pit stop, it was still too far, so I really just bailed out completely.
Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Kimi, just returning to you and your thoughts on the championship. 2 points now, less the gap between you and Fernando. Hard work, but only a 2-point margin gain today.
Yeah, we were a bit unlucky as a team. Would have been nice to have 1-2, but what can you do? Sometimes it goes like this, and it would also help me and the team. But anyhow, 2 points are 2 points and can make big difference in the end of the season. So we did the best what we could, and we just need to keep working hard and try to win more races and see where we end up in that.